For thousands of years, we believed the pyramids were built with nothing more than muscle, rope, and stone. But what if the ancient Egyptians possessed technology far beyond their time? What if the secrets of these colossal structures aren't just buried in sand, but are hidden in plain sight, encoded in science we're only just beginning to rediscover? The official story tells of ramps and brute force, a feat of human will against impossible odds. But the more we look, the more questions arise. Questions that challenge everything we thought we knew about our ancient past. In Part 1, we explored the staggering feat of construction that is the Pyramids of Giza. We marveled at the sheer scale, the impossible precision, and the logistical nightmare of moving millions of multi-ton blocks. We asked the question, how did they really do it? Now, we dig deeper. We move past the conventional explanations and venture into the realm of radical theories. Theories that claim ancient engineers mastered lost sciences, harnessing forces like magnetic power, and even using sound itself to levitate stone. It sounds like science fiction, but some of the world's brightest minds are now examining these ideas with a serious eye, searching for clues that might rewrite history. The evidence, they claim, is all around us, from strange artifacts to cryptic carvings. Archaeologists have unearthed copper chisels and wooden sleds at pyramid sites, presenting them as the primary tools of construction. But let's be honest, can a soft copper chisel truly carve through solid granite with the laser-like precision we see in the king's chamber? Can simple wooden sleds dragged over sand account for the placement of 2.3 million blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons? These tools feel inadequate, like trying to build a skyscraper with a hammer and a screwdriver. Could these discovered tools be merely symbolic, part of the ritual of construction, while the real heavy lifting was done by something else entirely? Or were they just one small part of a much larger, more sophisticated system that has since been lost to time? When we examine the cuts on these ancient stones under a microscope and compare them to cuts made by modern laser and water jet technology, the similarities are uncanny. The precision is baffling. It's almost as if the stone wasn't chipped away, but was sliced like butter. What kind of tool, wielded thousands of years ago, could do that? This is where the theories get truly fascinating. Some physicists propose that the Egyptians mastered a technology based on sound and vibration. Think about it. Everything in the universe has a resonant frequency, a natural rate at which it vibrates. If you can find that frequency and amplify it, you can create powerful effects. You can shatter a wine glass with just your voice. Could the ancient Egyptians have found the resonant frequency of granite? Ancient texts from around the world, not just Egypt, speak of tones that move stone and priests who could lift heavy blocks with chants and musical instruments. Is it possible they used sonic devices, perhaps like giant tuning forks, to create powerful resonant vibrations? This could have drastically reduced the weight of the massive blocks or even caused them to levitate, making them easy to move into place. Modern experiments with kinematics show us how sound waves can organize sand into intricate geometric patterns, mirroring the sacred geometry found in ancient art. Could this be a clue? Was resonance their secret power source, a lost art of acoustic engineering? The mystery deepens when we travel to the Dendera temple complex. Here, etched into the stone walls of a crypt, are carvings that have sparked intense debate for decades. They depict figures holding what look eerily similar to giant modern light bulbs. You can see a large glass-like bulb, a filament-like snake running through its center, and a cable or stem connecting it to a power source that looks like a box. Mainstream Egyptologists argue it's a mythological scene, depicting a serpent emerging from a lotus flower. But to many engineers and independent researchers, the resemblance is too striking to be a coincidence. Is it possible that the ancient Egyptians understood and harnessed electricity? Were these carvings a schematic, a record of their technological prowess, showing that they had found a way to illuminate their tombs and temples without smoke-producing torches, which would have left soot marks that are conspicuously absent? The idea of electricity in ancient Egypt might seem far-fetched, but it could explain so many enduring mysteries. Let's take that idea a step further. What if the Great Pyramid of Giza wasn't just a tomb? What if its primary purpose was something far grander? Some engineers and physicists, including Nikola Tesla, have theorized that the Great Pyramid was, in fact, an ancient power plant, a machine designed to draw energy from the Earth and the atmosphere. Its very construction seems to support this. The pyramid is built on a massive limestone plateau, and its inner chambers are constructed from granite, a stone with a high quartz crystal content. Quartz has piezoelectric properties, meaning it generates an electric charge when put under pressure or subjected to vibration. The theory suggests that the pyramid was designed to capture the natural vibrations of the Earth, amplified by its specific shape and material composition. The granite chambers would then convert this mechanical energy into electrical energy, turning the entire structure into a massive resonant power generator. This could have powered a civilization in ways we can barely imagine. And where did those vibrations come from? Recent ground-penetrating radar scans have revealed a complex network of underground tunnels and aquifers, rivers of water flowing beneath the Giza Plateau. This isn't just random groundwater, it's a dynamic system. Some theorists propose that the movement of this water through underground cavities could generate a natural electrical current, a phenomenon known as physioelectricity. Furthermore, the flow could have created powerful electromagnetic fields. Was the Great Pyramid strategically placed directly over this natural energy source to harness it? The design of the pyramid, with its conductive outer casing and insulating inner chambers, could have functioned as a massive capacitor, gathering and amplifying these subtle electromagnetic currents. Imagine the entire Giza complex, not as a static graveyard, but as a living, humming machine, intricately connected to the forces of the Earth itself. When we look back at the ancient Egyptians' own words, the mystery only intensifies. Ancient papyri and stone inscriptions refer to places like the House of Energy and speak of stones that sing. Historians often dismiss these as poetic metaphors, the fanciful language of a mythological culture. But what if they weren't metaphors at all? What if they were literal, eyewitness accounts of advanced technology? What if the stones that sing were descriptions of massive granite blocks vibrating with acoustic energy, and the House of Energy was the name given to the Great Pyramid itself, a colossal power plant humming with captured force? Reading these texts through a technological lens changes everything. Suddenly, the myths sound less like fantasy and more like a lost user's manual for a technology that time has forgotten. The accounts might be the last fading echoes of a science that was once common knowledge. Of course, mainstream archaeology and Egyptology firmly reject the idea of lost ancient technology. They insist on the narrative of simple tools, immense manpower, and generations of labor. They point to the lack of hard evidence, no unearthed generators, no fossilized power cables. To them, these alternative theories are nothing more than speculative fiction. And yet, the questions remain. The mathematical precision, the astronomical alignments, the sheer engineering impossibility of it all, it whispers a different story. Every block, every angle, every measurement seems to point to a level of knowledge and capability that simply doesn't fit the conventional timeline of human history. The debate rages on, creating a split screen of modern thought. On one side, academics debating in conference rooms, and on the other, independent engineers, physicists, and mystics, all convinced we've only begun to decode the pyramid's true purpose. The pyramids stand as a silent challenge to our understanding of the past. Are they simply tombs built by determined humans, or are they monuments to a forgotten age of technological marvels? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. In our next episode, we'll shift our focus from technology to the heavens, uncovering the mind-bending mathematical genius encoded within the pyramid's design and exploring how the stars themselves might have been the ultimate blueprint for their construction. Thanks for watching. If you want to continue this journey and uncover the secrets buried in time, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.